Hello everyone! Today I will discuss in detail about the employment contract documents for temporary foreign workers in Canada. Okay, let's start with the first page and see what we need to know. First page of the employment contract document introduces the purpose of the contract, which is to provide a written and detailed job description that includes aspects such as the maximum number of hours per week, wage rate, and overtime payment. It explains that the contract must be signed by both the employer and the employee, describing the terms and conditions of employment and articulating the employer's responsibilities and the worker's rights. The goal is to ensure that the workers receive fair working arrangement, and the contract must comply with provincial labor laws that set minimum employment standards, including the minimum wage. The document also clarifies that the government of Canada is not a party to the contract and does not have the authority to intervene in the employer and employee relationship or enforce the terms and conditions of employment. The importance of the contract lies in its role in assisting ESDC or Service Canada officers in forming their labor market impact assessment. The second page continues by providing a sample employment contract to assist employers. It emphasizes that employers must complete and sign the contract before applying for a labor market impact assessment. The attached sample contract or another contract that includes all the terms and conditions described in the guidelines for employers must be complete and signed by the employer. This ensures that all necessary provisions are covered, such as the job description, wage rates, working hours, and conditions for overtime. By following the sample or an equivalent, employers can ensure that they meet all the legal requirements and protect both their interests and those of the employee. Additionally, the sample serves as a clear guide for both parties to understand their obligation and rights under the contract, promoting transparency and fairness in the employment relationship. On the third page, the document continues to outline the terms in the contract, highlighting the employer's obligation to pay minimum wage according to provincial labor laws. This page details the employer's responsibilities regarding benefits, overtime, and wage dedication, ensuring that all payments and compensation are handled according to legal standards. For instance, it specifies how overtime should be calculated, the minimum wage standards that must be adhered to, and the condition under which wage dedication can be met. By adhering to the guidelines, employers can avoid legal dispute and ensure that their employment practices are fair and comply with existing labor laws. This section of the document is crucial as it protects the employee's right to fair compensation and ensures the employments are aware of their legal obligation in terms of wage and hours laws. Fourth and final page provides further provisions regarding wage dedication, notice of resignation, and notice of termination. It states that the contract is subject to provincial labor and employment legislation and applicable collective agreements. This means that any terms of the contract that are less favorable to the employee than those stipulated in the relevant Labor Standard Act are null and void. This page also outlines the required notice periods for both resignation by the employee and termination by the employer, ensuring that both parties have clear expectations and responsibilities in this situation. The page concludes by requiring the signing of the contract by both parties, which serve as evidence of the agreement to all stipulated terms and conditions. This final section is vital as it formalizes the contract, making it a binding legal document that protect both the employer and the employee by clearly stating their agreement terms of employment. In summary, Employment contracts serve as detailed guideline for employers on how to draft and manage a fair and lawful employment contract for temporary foreign workers in Canada, ensuring compliance with relevant labor laws and protecting the right of both the employers and the employee. By following these guidelines, employers can create a transparent and fair working environment, which is beneficial for both parties involved. That's now explanation for me. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope the information we share can help you understand better how to draw up and manage work contract for temporary foreign worker in Canada. Thank you.